Hey, what's going on, guys? I probably did a video like this already, but I kind of wanted to touch on it again because I think it's getting worse, in my opinion. Right? And if you saw the title and the thumbnail, that's pretty much about it. 20 years, man. Can you believe it? Um, 20 years I've been addicted to pornography. Alright? Just to give you like a quick little recall. So 2004, 2003, I can't exactly remember when. I had a friend who, was in my neighborhood. We lived in complexes, like, homes and group of homes in like one little gated community. So I'm chilling with the bro and we're having a good time, right? And there was one day where I came over to his house, we chilled, and I remember he showed me a Playboy magazine for the first time. It was his father's Playboy magazine. And I remember the feeling I felt that day when I first laid my eyes on that Playboy magazine. It was a feeling I wanted to see consistently, right? And I think that was the beginning inception, right? That was 2004. I think I was 4 or 5 years old, if I remember correctly. And that very same friend would be the same friend that would like sexually assault me, I guess molest me, But I guess I tell that story for another time. So even though I've been addicted, I feel like maybe this also plays a part into it, because I've heard a lot of therapy sessions where people spoke about such things, like maybe you being sexually abused plays a part into this whole thing, right? That was the first occurrence. The second occurrence was with another friend. This time it was a female friend, right? And obviously I'm young, I don't really know what the fuck is going on, and she molests me also. I know when it comes to like sexual assault and whatnot, men don't really speak much about it because it's not really taken seriously, but that happened. It's a crazy topic to even speak about, but I will speak more on it in a future video. I just wanted to clarify those two situations. Obviously, as time went on, grade 3, I met a friend. This one was like, he was like my OG best bro, like my homie. And obviously, he would introduce these things. Hey dude, you should watch this late night show that plays on Friday every night, bro. It's called Emmanuel. Everybody's watching it. You should watch it too. And that was like the gateway into like softcore pornography. And ever since then, I've been like addicted. Every Friday night, sneak the remote, and I don't know if all remotes had this, but every remote had like an alternating button, so you can alternate between one channel and the channel you were at before you went to that channel. So I would always turn the volume down, go to that softcore porn channel, turn it back if ever my parents or anybody heard me, and it just became a sequence. That was 2006. I was 8 years old then. And it went on and on and on and on. 2007, I actually got caught by my sister. I remember my older sister. Like she clicked the alternate button and she actually figured out like, hey yo, you watching porn? I'm gonna tell my parents, our parents. And sometimes I wish she actually did tell my parents. But it never transpired to anything. I don't know, I think maybe I would have been disciplined different, or told or learned at that time that, look, it's a bad thing, don't do this. It's gonna fuck you up. And it never happened. 2008, I got caught again, but with my little sister this time. And it was a hip hop music video. I think it was one of 50 Cent's videos, but like Disco Inferno, something like that. And my little sister actually told my mom, so my mom actually went to go see it, but she watched the whole video through. She didn't actually discipline me. She just watched the video and didn't say anything. She just, I guess it sort of just dissipated, like it was, okay, it is what it is. And I had that feeling like I got away with it again. I'm good, I'm cool. My parents are the cool parents. They allow anything and everything, you know. And then as the years went on in 2008, found my dad's stash, and obviously watched it from there. When we were able to get like fast internet, I've seen a lot of shit, bro. I've seen like a lot of shit, you know. For context, I just want to let you know that I've never went into like the dark sections, but I've seen pretty much every single kind of porn you can think of, you know, every single kind, you know. Like I remember my pops even, okay, but I'm not gonna blame my pops, but I'm just saying like I found a video that he got from work or somewhere, right? And it was some bestiality shit, man. Like after that, I've been mentally fucked. I'm not gonna lie to you. Right. That was 2009, 2008. Ever since then, I was on some weird shit, and I've never been the same ever since. 2010, 11, right? So ever since 2008, I've just continuously been watching softcore porn. Never really did anything about it, just watching and going off, watching, going off, and continuing my life. Until 2011 came in. That's when I busted my first nut. As crazy as that sounds, but I busted my first nut. And that was the beginning of hell, let's put it that way. And ever since then, after I got to experience my first sort of nut, I never looked back. It's been like that from 2011, which is grade 8 for me, and I was 13 years old at the time. So every day it was, not every day, but every time after school, I'd have the urge to just beat my meat, to just watch porn. Oh, I know a porn star that looks like my crush, so I'm gonna go watch that specific scene so I can fantasize about it. I'm not gonna be the person who's gonna blame, you know, the industry and blame literally everything. That's not me. That's not me. I wouldn't say really it's their fault. I'd say maybe it's more personally my fault. I didn't really have a lot of self-control, and it's not easy. It's not easy. Right. I wouldn't say now let's boycott. Well, to some extent, yes, we can boycott because there's other political shit that happens, like underage girls being there, little boys being exploited, human trafficking, and all that stuff. If we're getting into the nitty-gritty stuff, but most of it all, I think I can say that I do. It's my fault. I fucked my life up. Even in the previous video, I spoke about how I would rather prefer that than to meet a real woman. It was fucked up, I'm not gonna lie. I just wanna check the time real quick, man. It's gonna be a long story. Yeah. So, it was fucked up. But I would prefer that. I'd literally I even tell my friends blatantly, bro, I would rather beat my meat than to go get my heart broken, you know. There's no pain there. I'm happy here. The more I grew, the more I became more self-aware, and I knew that this wasn't the right thing. I think 2014 was like the year where it like really got like horrible. to the point where I even tore my own dick. Alright? I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but it was insane, man. Like 2014 was like the time where I realized that you could have like multiple sessions in one go. So that's what I went for. I was like, okay. I think that was the beginning where every session I would go for at least 4 or 5 nuts in that one span. Like I was in like Guna territory, and to my defense, I'll actually say I was or am a Guna. Was a Guna, because I'm trying to go away from that mentality. Little did I know it was gonna fuck me up in the next 5-6 years. I remember even that time after I tore my dick, I was like, how am I gonna tell my parents this? Well, how did it happen? Like, imagine going to the hospital and the doctor asks you, what happened? You're like, I was beating my meat. I don't know. It's not easy. It's not easy. I don't think I was ever proud of the way I lived, to be honest. I was never confident. I've mentioned that in other videos. I was always shy, zero confidence. I couldn't look people in the eyes. I was always in the shadows. I never really had main character energy. I never really took charge of my life. And I'm ashamed of that. Saying I have 20 years with this addiction, it's an embarrassing thing. You know, knowing that 20 years of my life, it's been there in the shadows, just lurking. You know, I had no self-control. Yes, in other debates and conversations, we might say, yes, let's boycott and actually shut these things down. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a crazy reality I live in. But it's never been the same ever since. Ever since I found out about semen retention and no fab, I've always tried my best to stop, but it never happened. It would be 3 days in, next day relapse, back in, relapse. You know, it's horrible. Sometimes I wish I could go back in time and stop that, but at the end of the day, I think I'm grateful that I've been through that, because now I know that I didn't have self-control, and it was something that I needed to learn. I needed to learn to be the main character of my story. I know there's people out there who are probably still delusional, and it's like, hey man, it is what it is. Porn is like part of my life, but bro, let it go. I wish it was that easy, you know, just let it go. It's deeper than that. Some people stay stuck forever, so I wouldn't want that shit to be you. I have erectile dysfunction. My mind is fucked. I think I was also known as the lustful guy, the guy with the dirty jokes, so people's perception of me also changed. But I guess it was a defense mechanism also, because every time I get anxious, I use that as a crutch. I just relapsed a couple days ago. I'm not proud. That's why I wanted to change my February and make it so that we change our mindsets and literally live in greatness. I want to set that example. I know right now I might not have all the answers, but I believe that if I can change, so can everybody. But I guess it's one step at a time. I don't want to be an advocate or center my whole channel around this topic. There's a lot of other channels about that, but I just wanted to tell my story. It's not easy. It's not easy living with something like this. It's horrendous. But I just wanted to say my piece. I don't know how long I've been going for. I got 4 minutes left. My advice to you guys: I think the first step is admitting that you have a problem, because I did. And I think ever since that time it was crazy. Whew. What do I think? I feel everybody has a chance to recover. But the first step is admitting that you have a problem. Second step, you need to build that inner strength. I know it's tough, I know it's everywhere. It's Instagram, TikTok. I won't even boycott those. Like, at the end of the day, it's all about what you do. You know, everything has a good and a bad. So I am grateful that at least it was this addiction and not like heroin or cocaine, because I feel like I would have been a different type of person. But I still hate that it's this, because it's fucked me up in so many ways, slowed me down in life. It's made me a side character for the rest of my life, and that's why I had to share it with you guys. Whether y'all see it or not, I just wanted to share my message, share my story. I'm not proud of it, but it's taught me a lot about myself. It's taught me a lot about shadow journaling, being grateful, self-improvement, you know. And learning self-control. After tearing my dick twice throughout the 20 years, going into the depths of hell, like seeing almost every single thing you could probably think of, but sticking to the vanilla shit, you know. But you know, when you're on Twitter, sometimes people send weird shit, or I don't know. Call me a menace. I rambled, I know. I rambled. But hopefully I made sense. And if you relate, you'll let me know. Like I said, I'm not proud of it, but I'm grateful that it happened this way. Because then it taught me how to be a better person. You know. But that's about it. I'll probably make a part 2 if I didn't make sense, but thank you guys for watching. Comment down what you think, if you also have the same problem or not. And thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more. Peace.